When do you sleep? When do you exercise? Do you still go to fundraisers? Which meetings do you go to? Who comes to the meetings? There's just a lot to do. And again, a lot of pressure. The vice president, not great under pressure historically. So that's another thing to keep your eye on, is how she's spending her time. The polls are mixed. There's enough positive polling data to not have people panic, but they're definitely mixed. And it's not impossible that if she makes a few mistakes early, that she could start to see a downward tick, and that could be problematic. I think the most serious thing, or I should say,
Oh, no, not something that's problematic. All right, Steve Saylor's got a good blog post. Kamala is old school. All right, Kamala Harris may seem diverse. All right, she doesn't look or feel or seem black to me. She just seems like a gorgeous, exotic woman with a wonderful figure and beautiful flowing hair and a pretty face and a great smile. And I think her laugh is adorable. But Steve Saylor notes Kamala Harris's biggest enthusiasm in life is for being an old girl of her paper-bag sorority. Nothing sets her heart aflutter more than the salmon pink and apple green colors of Alpha Kappa Alpha. So Kamala Harris is the most loyal Greek ever. Her sorority means more to her than anything else. They should make a black woman reboot of Old School, in which after the president dies, the Kamala character invites her old sorority sisters to move into the White House with her.
the most serious thing. But the thing I close with, which is a real problem, which Tom Rogers is going to talk about, is there's people who are saying, I can't believe we spent all this time and energy getting rid of Joe Biden as the nominee, only to get Kamala Harris, who has a lot of weaknesses, and the belief that anyone else could beat Donald Trump. The party may be turning to nominate the only other person besides Joe Biden who could not beat her. I don't agree with that, but I understand the point of it. She certainly has negatives. She's certainly attached to the administration, but these other people don't have experience. And she now has a lot of experience on the national, international stage. May not be enough, but hopefully Tom Rogers will come on to talk about that. But that's something that I've heard from several sources, and you're seeing a lot of people write that about her weakness. And some of them are suggesting it's not too late. Maybe the party should figure out a way to nominate someone else, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I want to call on a few people, and I believe John Lawrence has a heart out, as we say.
Well, thanks, Mark. I appreciate the invitation to participate in two-way. I would say that I don't have inside information, but I was at her side for 8 years. I think I had a pretty good sense of how she operates, and I think that her role was twofold. Number one was, and maybe highest priority as always, was to listen to and then reflect what the members of her caucus were saying and communicate that accurately.